Oh, there we are.
You want to hang up
All
on me?
right.
Okay.
We're just trying to get things here. We are live with Johnny Tsunami. And
Yeah, I'm
today,
gonna try to change this this background.
background, what kind of background is that?
It's my future living room. Yeah, it's not allowing me to edit the background again.
That's fine.
It slows down my CPU.
That's fine.
Oh well.
All right. To the show. This is Big Mac Sports. We are talking about NFL football. The San Francisco 49ers are going to be playing the Philadelphia Eagles in Lincoln Field in Philadelphia on Sunday. They will be the first game, NFC Championship game. And following that, they'll have that AFC Championship game to see who goes to the Super Bowl. So, Tsunami,
Yeah.
what do the Niners need to do to be able to beat the Eagles on Sunday?
Stay focused. Keep doing what they're doing, and win the game.
What do they need to do to be able to stay focused?
Well, they continue with the plays, and yeah, go team go.
Well, you looked at what's his name, Charles Menahue did. I don't know. We don't know who if he's going to turn out to be another Alden Smith, but um, those kind of things they take it kind of seriously. But they're going to let him play on Sunday. So those kind of distractions is what you don't need for an upcoming big game like this coming up on Sunday. So, do you think that that was a big distraction for them, for the team overall, or you think they'll be able to get through it without, depending if the police reports and everything come back and say that he abused his girlfriend, the he might not even play in the game. But as right now, as it is right now, he's going to be able to play on Sunday.
Well, men don't hit women. Men hit men.
Yeah, I mean, what's the need of hitting a woman? Just because we're in a culture that people think that women can do all this stuff, like especially when they show it on um, superhero movies and stuff like that, but they have superpowers. Women, real women, they don't have superpowers, so they're not going to be able to. I mean, that guy is big. He's what, 6'5", 295 pounds or something like that, and he's a
So
big
he's
dude.
smaller than me.
I think a lot of people are smaller than you,
Yeah.
Tsunami. So it's just things like that that kind of distracts from what they're trying to accomplish, which is to win a Super Bowl. But it doesn't help to have that kind of distraction before the NFC Championship game against the Philadelphia Eagles. So, um, some of those kind of things. I mean, you see that kind of stuff in the WWE, but that they get paid to perform like that. Not in real life. They don't. That's teams. the NFL doesn't like that kind of stuff. We saw it a number of times with players getting booted out of the league, and Alden Smith ruining things like, well, he just got into a whole bunch of stuff outside of the football field, and even the most recent guy for the San Francisco 49ers was the linebacker from Alabama. Showed a lot of promise and everything, but couldn't keep his cool when it came to things like that. So,
Ray Rice was one of them. He's an idiot, but
yeah, Ray Rice.
like you said,
He
you
did
always
that.
shoot first. But, you know,
Yeah, there's just no reason for them to put their hands on a woman. So
yeah.
besides that, besides O'Menahue, what do you think? Who's the player that you think that's going to step up? Let's start with the offensive side. Which player is going to step up and be able to be the big guy playing against the Philadelphia Eagles on the offensive side?
You talking about for the Eagles?
For the 49ers
49ers?
offense against
Well,
the Eagles.
I already did my sports bet. I got McCaffrey and Kittle and Debo. If they score anything, I get something out of it. But as you've seen in the last game, McCaffrey and Kittle, they pulled through on key points, but I'm okay with what the guys are doing right now. Everybody's talking about Jalen Hurt is going to put the hurting on the team, but you know what? They can go, Seagulls go. But that's
Yeah,
all we got.
I think that the key for the game is going to be running because the Philadelphia Eagles are 21st against the run. And so this is a game that I think the 49ers need to have um, Jordan Mason playing some key downs in here. But Christian McCaffrey and Mitchell, they're both kind of hurt right now. One with a calf injury and one with a hamstring injury. So the key for the game is going to be running because I think they could do a lot with running the ball against this Eagles team. And we'll just need to, I mean, they're just going to need to do
What's up,
those type of
Juice
runs.
Check? Is Juice still good or?
Oh, he's good. He's not injured. The only people on the injury report is Elijah Mitchell with the hamstring and Christian McCaffrey with the calf strain, Garoppolo, and Omenihu oblique. Garoppolo,
So
we know, of course, his leg.
most
So
likely, I have to go back on my bets and take McCaffrey back out because if he's on injured list, then he's not playing. So that's an ineligible bet on my half.
well, McCaffrey's going to play this Sunday.
Oh, he's not questionable and not playing, but he's still going to play even with the injury.
No, he's playing. He already said today that on the presser that he's definitely going to play. He's not going to miss the game. So he's going to play. Elijah Mitchell's going to play. Well, how much carries and touches they'll get, we don't know. But if they need to get Jordan Mason and the other rookie TDP to carry the ball some, so they could there's a and also Debo too. So let's not forget that he can be involved in it and he can do
Yeah.
his thing. So, yeah, I think the running game for the 49ers, I can see them. Do you remember a couple of years back on the way to the Super Bowl? They played Green Bay, and Raheem Mostert had, what, 257 or 75 yards. I can see that type of game happening on Sunday where they'll just run and pound the ball. So that's what I see happening.
Mm. Well, anytime you beat another team without having to use a kicker, that's always a good thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are thinking that the Philadelphia Eagles is just going to steamroll the San Francisco 49ers. And on one of the panels for ESPN, they only had one person, Scott, that um, picked the 49ers to win out of the whole panel. And they think that this, for some reason, they think that Philadelphia playing the Giants has anything to do with what's going to happen on Sunday. Like they think that they're just going to roll over the San Francisco 49ers like they did against the Eagles. But we know that we come in with the number one defense in the league, number one, uh, and we have what the number 5 offense too. So Eagles have a good defense, but they didn't play anybody last week. They didn't play the Giants last week. I mean, the Giants. I mean, I think the Giants suited up their practice squad and put them on the field. That's what they had last week.
Well, most likely I will be watching the game with my eyes closed because I'll probably be asleep and I'll wake up at the last quarter.
Are you working? Is that why?
No, I'm just lazy.
Well, here's the other thing too is the our receivers are gonna have to do a lot of blocking down on the for the running game. So, but the guy that I think is going to make a big difference in this game, just because of what I saw him do on Sunday against the Cowboys, is Juwan Jennings. Not necessarily as plays or anything, but just being on that second and third level blocking for those run plays. And he also comes through clutch and third downs.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh.
what what do you see defensive side? What do you think? You think Nick Bosa is going to get a couple of sacks?
That fool better get a couple of sacks.
You think he's going to do it?
Heck, I'm just looking for Talanoa to catch an interception.
I think he's going to catch an interception. I also think he's going to put the hurt on Jalen Hurts.
I just want to see that man dish out some humble pie to all these Las Vegas Seahawks and Seattle Raiders and all these couch Cowboys. So
Well, all of them are on the couch.
yeah,
They're sitting on the couch. So, you know, going back and looking at the Cowboys and the Eagles game where the Cowboys beat the Eagles, um, it's kind of funny that they're just trying to dismiss the Niners, saying they're not even gonna. It's not even gonna be a close game.
even
And
my parlay says that the Niners are going they are going anything for the Niners is basically minimum. The only thing that they have is for Philadelphia to win on FanDuel. I'm like, that's not a parlay I want to go with. So I make up my own parlay or my my own
Yeah.
bet because we're not sponsored by FanDuel. I just wanted to say that.
Well, that's the thing. Like the national media thinks that the San Francisco 49ers are going to be a cakewalk for the Eagles. They're already crowning the Eagles to win on Sunday, and that's fine. That's what the Niners they want them to think that way. Even one of the beat writers for the San Francisco 49ers, Tim Kawakami or something like that. I used to see him all the time on 49ers stuff. Um, he even says, "Oh, they're not going to win because Brock Purdy is the quarterback. He's a rookie, so how is he going to win?"
Yeah, he's a rookie, but look, he's been proving himself week after week.
Yeah, for 8 straight weeks, he's won. So if you look at how Brock Purdy played last week, that was a really good defense, that Dallas defense, and they made him work, and he outworked them. So we'll just see how it happens this time around. Um, we'll see what Brock Purdy will do. I think he's going to have a really good game. Besides our guys running the ball down their throats.
Well, see, going back to all the time in the past where you see all of our, we get there, we get to the big game, we don't do good. But the thing is, we're still in it. We're not being walk in the park. Whoever beat the Niners to get into the Super Bowl, they actually had to freaking work their butt off to do that.
Yeah.
And for all these guys that are like, oh, you're gonna just be a walk in the park. Yeah, keep on walking. You
Well, I know this for sure that the 49ers defense is going to be ready to play. So I watched that game against that they played against them last year. I think our defense is a lot better than last year's defense. And one of the biggest keys that for the 49ers, they have Greenlaw playing this year. Last year he was hurt
Yeah.
most of the year. So he's playing at a high level now. Um, also, also, we don't have Jakarski Tart. You know, if he would have caught that interception last year, the 49ers would have been in the Super Bowl and they would have had won that Super Bowl. So, and Jakarski Tart is a really good player, but he's not a playmaker. That's the difference between him and Hufanga. Uh, Tart was he was a hitter. He's fast too. He's really fast, but he's not a playmaker. So that's the only difference between the two. And so if you we have all pro on the line, we have all pro at linebacker, and then we have Hufanga, who's a Pro Bowler in the as a safety. Then you have like guys like Jimmy Ward. He's really fast. His top end speed he's in the 4.3s. Also, he's really fast. Lenore is doing really good too in coverage, and um, Dre Greenlaw. He should have been a Pro Bowl right next. Those both of them should have been in the Pro Bowl, voted to the Pro Bowl. But the disrespect that they have for a lot of the guys on the 49ers team, they just I don't know what warrants that, but they're getting disrespected by not only the fans but the players and the coaches because a lot of the votes come from the players and the coaches, and not seeing them on there, especially Christian McCaffrey. I mean, in the real world, why is this guy not even voted at all? Not even a mention So it's just crazy to think that um, that everybody disrespect all the 49ers that they're just giving them all kind of disrespect.
Because
So
they're
good.
haters. Haters gonna hate no matter what.
Yeah. I
Haters
mean,
will hate.
well, the only way to shut somebody up is to go out there and outperform and beat them. And I think that's going to happen on Sunday because of everybody's betting against the 49ers. We're going to see that they're not they're not just going to go into Philadelphia and be scared. They're going to go into Philadelphia and just they're going to they're going to beat them. And they're going to
Yeah.
beat them like how they beat the Seattle Seahawks a couple weeks ago. You know, it might be close in the first half, but the second half, it's going to be over. We are a second half team, but I think we're going to start off hot on Sunday. And I think the 49ers are going to win. I don't know what the score would be, but I would have them winning by over 10 points on Sunday.
Yeah. I'll go with that.
Hey, I gave Brock Purdy a nickname. Uh, the nickname I gave him was Brock the Hitman Purdy.
Well,
It's-
yeah. I believe I read that. Now, here's a funnier thing. So the WWE went to Philadelphia for the Raw 30th anniversary, and you know Roman Reigns and the Islands of Relevancy and everything. Well, his speaker is Paul Heyman. So Paul Heyman was like, I do know that Philadelphia has three letters that I created, ECW, and they're
oh,
also
he's the one that created
yeah.
ECW.
Paul Heyman is ECW,
Oh, okay.
and he was talking about the Eagles. Like, oh, the Philadelphia, the home of the Philadelphia Eagles, who will lose to the San Francisco 49er because of Barack Purdy. He's like, because he's so used to saying Brock Lesnar in the past, but he gave a big old shout out to Brock Purdy as if he were announcing him as Brock Lesnar. So it was one of those little deals. It's like they throw in a every now and then they throw in another sport into the mix, especially if it's a team like the Philadelphia Eagles, because you know if you're in Philly, it's always eat fly eagle fly. But guess what? When you have a sea of red that's gonna invade Philadelphia, I can't wait.
Well, there's a lot of 49ers fan out there in Philadelphia. The yeah, that's the reason why I did that, saying that Brock Purdy's the hitman heart because um, from Bret Hart.
Yeah,
So uh, and George Kittle is the biggest WWE guy in the NFL.
oh yeah,
So the hitman hits the Kittle down the middle.
Stone Cold George Kittle. Yeah, that's what. What in the world? Uh,
What was that? Is that you?
yeah, there's notifications, but yep. So later on, I'm gonna stroke those ivory keys in the back and play a little melody. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, you got country music going on now?
Nah, there's a piano in the background, so I'm play "Mary Had a Little Lamb."
Hey, you need to play that for the Philadelphia Eagles. They're
Yeah.
gonna need it. They're gonna need it bad.
How's the weather out there? Is it?
It's gonna be 51 degrees. It's gonna be like San Fran.
Yeah, it was like as long as that white dust is not on the ground, we're good.
Yeah. So going back to the defense, which besides Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, and Hufanga, who's the one guy? Who's a give me two guys that you think should step up their game on Sunday besides those guys.
Eric.
No way. No way.
Eric Armstead.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, did you see that?
No, barely hear. What the-
Is somebody robbing your house? Yo, tsunami. Somebody robbing your house?
Nah, I'm about to choke slam somebody.
So you say Eric Armstead, he should be the one to step up. Why you say Eric Armstead?
Because why not?
I mean, Eric, he's done a lot of. He's really
Yeah,
good.
he's still doing good,
It's,
but
he should have smacked though Dak Prescott in the end zone for that safety. He should have just blasted him. Who cares if you're gonna get a penalty?
well, see, that's the thing is, it's like too humble.
He should have just smashed him, put the hurt on him. You know the one guy that I think he shouldn't even be on the field. He's good though. He's all right, but he's not healthy enough, and that's Javon Kinlaw. He's not healthy enough to be out there. Drake Jackson should be there um, because of his speed and going after guys like Jalen Hurts. Javon Kinlaw is not going to catch him. There's just no way, not with his knee like that. So he's good for coming in on the run stopping and everything, but not on pass rushing. So
Who knows? Coach always has something up his sleeve, no matter what. So
yeah, I think I see a big game for Eric Armstead and Nick Bosa. Uh, the other guy that I think is going to have a really good game is Jordan Willis. So I think he's going to have a really good game.
yeah,
He played out there in the East. I forget which team he played for. I want to say that he played for the Jets, but yeah, he's one guy to look out for on Sunday. And special teams just got to step up. Can't have any more muff punts or strip ball stripped by not being able to hold on to the ball. Ray McLeod's got to do a lot better of doing that. So, how much is that house that you bought there?
digitally it's free. uh, yeah, there's next time we do this, I'm gonna definitely take that background off because it's really slowing down my side.
So I wrote down a couple of notes from before of of looking at your background and your digital background. Are you sure you're not on the metaverse?
No, this is whatever that link I'm on. I've been trying to get my mouse to the three dots so I could take this off, but it's not allowing me.
Oh yeah. Um, if it wasn't for Robbie Gold on Sunday, the San Francisco 49ers would have lost that game. You think so?
I don't know because I wasn't watching it towards the end.
So what happened when you work a lot?
I'm hurt. we just we took out a Sub-Zero built-in refrigerator, and no, regardless of how sturdy the, the new dolly we got, it's still me on one side holding the heaviest part of this refrigerator, and you know it takes a toll.
Hey, you got to stop working hard like that.
Well, when you have people that decide that they don't want to contract with us, we basically are the ones who step up and learn. So uh, we're not sponsored by Sub Zero at all, but I'm gonna be going to the training course so I could be trained in
How
the ways of Sub Zero and Wolf.
how tala no Sub Zero sponsorship.
Yeah. Shout out to Big Mac Sports for allowing Johnny Tsunami to show up.
Yep. Hit that like button.
Now, I wish it was Dick Weatherman showing up, but Dick Weatherman's too wild for that.
Well, how's the weather over there?
Weather out here is pretty chilly. We just have
It doesn't matter.
desert weather. That's all it is. We're in a desert, and that's it.
So Johnny Tsunami, he has his picks in, or his bets in. He's um, what's your bets again?
Uh, Christian McCaffrey to have the last touchdown in the game.
That's your bet.
No. Uh, I also put a bet that McCaffrey, Debo, Kettle, and Hurt scoring, which if they do score any touchdown between the four of them, I could have $400. But
Hey, you
that's
don't
a
need
$10
to
bet.
broadcast that on this show.
Like I said, $10 bet. But the
$10
thing is,
bet.
when you're doing these bets, you got to look at also the outcomes and stuff, and it sucks because I don't win, so I need to stop.
Yeah, if it's not
America,
happening.
please help me stop.
Hold up, look.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something real quick.
I bet online because being a criminal sucks. Don't be a criminal. Ooh.
All right, so you're betting on the so you just bet on those teams on those guys to make a touchdown,
Yeah,
but
that's it.
you didn't bet on the team winning or losing.
You know what? I think I placed my bet after the fact that the Niners won, and I did put just a even score of just Niners winning outright, and I used a free bet on that. So, but I still don't know how to do this sports betting. I've been to Vegas to do the sports betting. I've been to Laughlin doing the sports betting, and I still don't know how to do the sports bet.
Maybe that tells you do something else.
That's okay, cause like I when the when the Niners beat Green Bay a couple years back or a while back, I I won $50. So it was like, and that was only a like once again $10 bet.
All right, I'm gonna
Change the course. Yeah,
no, I'm gonna ask you this. Okay, so your reaction to this is about Brock Purdy. All the NFL scouts scouted him last year. They saw him in the NFL Combine, and their one conclusion was not interested.
yeah.
Your reaction to that?
Well, who's eating the damn humble pie now?
I mean,
Like I said earlier, week after week, he's been proving himself to be not irrelevant.
so what do you say to those scouts that they made a really bad judgment?
Well, there's a piece of pie with your name on it. I can smell it too. Take a seat with the rest of the Cowboys, Raiders, Seahawks, and whoever is not in the playoffs. I'm in pain.
Yeah, because there was like what everybody passed on him, and John Lynch, he said that him and Kyle Shanahan, Kyle told him, "Hey, I think we need to get a young quarterback later on in the later rounds." And they were like, they talked about, "Hey, Brock Purdy, he might be available at the as an unrestricted free agent." So he said, and then Kyle was like, "Why even take a chance? Let's just take him last
Yeah.
pick. Why even take a chance that he could have just went anywhere. He didn't have to pick the 49ers if he was becoming an unrestricted free agent and undrafted because he could
Well,
have went anywhere."
I'm not gonna I'm not gonna compare him to Brady and how he was overlooked for a yoga instructor. But the thing is, all it is about is a chance.
Well, the thing is, Tom Brady, he got overlooked, and even the 49ers overlooked him.
Yeah,
They
they
passed on him for who?
that yoga instructor. I don't know his name. Like, doesn't matter.
Is that yoga instructor?
Yeah, that's that he left the NFL to be a yoga instructor, wherever that guy is.
So it's JT Sullivan. He went to Jesuit High School, and then he went to college at Hofstra College.
Yeah.
So the 49ers passed on Tom Brady to draft this guy in the first round. When they met later on in the, I think it was the preseason, the last preseason game, and Brady against JT O'Sullivan or JT Sullivan. And we all know the story that went from there.
Yeah. Just like how Aaron Garcia was just under Bledsoe. Drew got drafted. Garcia got to play in the Arena
That was
Football
Brett
League.
Brett Favre. That Aaron Garcia. Oh no, Aaron Garcia from
Grant.
that went to, well, he actually went to Nevada Union first and then went to Grant.
Yeah, but Coach Garcia, he shared about how he was with Bledsoe. And how Bledsoe
Yeah, he
with Tom Brady, and Tom Brady's now by himself.
yeah, the same scenario happened to Bledsoe that happened when he went to Washington State when Aaron Garcia went over there. And it's funny because Aaron Garcia went there with one of the receivers, and he couldn't start over Bledsoe. You were right on that. And then the same thing happened. The same scenario happened when Brady went to New England. Bledsoe was there, and the same thing that happened to him, where he didn't relinquish any starting job to Aaron Garcia at Washington State. Tom Brady did the same thing. He went over there, but in Tom Brady's case, he got in because Bledsoe got hurt.
Yeah.
So, and this is the same thing that's happening right now with the San Francisco 49ers. We have Trey Lance that got hurt in the second game of the year, and then against the Miami Dolphins, the 13th game of the year, we saw what happened with Garoppolo going down, and then Brock Purdy gets put in place to save this team actually from going into mediocrity and not being able to win any more games. If it would have been Sudfeld still in there instead of Brock Purdy, I don't think the 49ers will be where they're at right now. But because the coaches did a good job of evaluating the talent that they had, and in the preseason made that choice to let go of Sudfeld and sign Brock Purdy to the 50-man roster, and here we are. He's going in as a rookie to his first NFC championship game, first playoff game on the road, and I think he's going to shine on Sunday.
Yep. I agree.
Okay, Tsunami. Ang tama o ke fe alugo mohe.
Yes. Action on the champagne.
Okay. We are out. That is all for us today. We're wrapping up this show. Tomorrow I will be going live again, going to be doing the predictions for Sunday's game. Johnny Tsunami, great to have you on the show. Till the next one, we'll see ya.